Hello. How are you guys doing today? I'm having my hair looks kind of wild. It is the morning. I want to say, is it Wednesday, August 5th? What is it? Yes. So this is going to be informal. I have not been here for a while, for a hot minute. Hi. This might not be usable. Look how long my hair's getting. I guess this is what happens when you've been sick for a long time. You don't cut your hair. How are you guys? It's been a while. If you're new, my name is Sherry. I'm an adult with ADHD, probably autism. Oh, what time is it? 8:45. Okay, I can't be long. I have a prescriber appointment soon. Okay. So, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? I'm sorry if that was annoying. I miss you guys. I have been sick and healing from burnout for a while. The summer is slipping away. I haven't been well enough to do stuff. I've done some errands here and there. My health has been getting better. It's been consistent, but it's just been really, really slow. And I'm almost feeling normal. I'm afraid to push myself, but it is what it is. I am an adult with ADHD who is not medicated. Because somewhere along the lines I missed taking my medication and I just stopped taking it. So I couldn't start taking it again because with Adderall, ADHD medications, you have to slowly build up to, I had to slowly build up to the dose that I was at. And wow, you can even tell I look a little better. You know, I'm not like wearing makeup or anything. I just woke up a little while ago, but yeah, it's slow. I want to start building a routine, even though that I've been, sick for a while. It was real. It's starting to get better, and now I'm at the bottom of like when I'm healthy, where my struggles are. So it's going to be a matter of balancing out, okay, how do I get back into better habits with my ADHD? I have, even while being sick, I've been consistent with at least making sure the very first thing I do is take my medication and I eat breakfast. And while I've been sick, one of the things, actually, I think the main thing that's been helping me get better is I've been on an eating schedule. I eat every 3 to 4 hours, and otherwise I'll forget, right? If you have ADHD, I don't know if it's the same with autism. Do you forget to eat? Do you go, I know we all can, like with ADHD, you get distracted, but both ADHD and autistic folks can hyperfocus, the monotropic thinking, the lasering in on your interest. And since I've been sick, I haven't had any kind of routine. So now that I'm starting to get better, I need to have some structure. I have none. And the motivation's not there. And I've isolated myself. So I wanted to pop in and say hi and let you guys know that I'm still here. And I really don't know what the next chapter of my life is going to be. I don't know what I can do for work. I don't know. I need to do things differently, but I'm not sure how. Because I'm really not sure how I got to that point. I really don't know what pushed my nervous system or my body to the point of that I was having, I got diagnosed with ME/CFS, chronic fatigue. And incidentally, around June, I had to stop doing doctor's appointments to focus on studying to renew my phlebotomy license because when I was younger, I worked so hard to get that. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but I worked damn hard. Sorry for swearing. I worked really hard, and that's important to me. As somebody with ADHD who has had struggles in school and have had periods in my life where, I've been very worked really hard and had some success, and then I have a lot of times in my life, most times in my life, where I struggle, and I still don't get it. I still don't understand. I am just as capable as everyone else, right? So I don't really understand, even with all the learning I've done about ADHD, and especially the last couple of years learning about autism and neurodivergence and what else might apply to me that might be why I've been struggling so much. I still don't understand. It's like I might logically understand like specific things, like understanding time blindness and what causes it, and it's not just distractedness, it's your disordered thinking, like not disordered, guess disorganized, it's all over the place, which is great for creativity, not great for being to work on time. Yeah, I don't know, like how I need to figure out, how did I get here? What do I need to learn about myself so that I can own it and take care of it? And manage myself so that I don't get sick again. And I was just reflecting about this yesterday, and I was thinking, I'm like scared now. I'm like scared of life. I'm like processing it all because I'm afraid to be doing the same things that I did before, pushing myself. I almost felt like the last couple of years, like even since I started this channel, like all the things I was pushing myself to do, I don't know if I was trying to force neurotypical expectations on myself. Like I don't know if you guys relate to this. Like it's not acceptable to me that I can't be at work on time. It's not acceptable. It's never been. And it's just like, it's been this way since I was a child. So if you think about all those years and decades, day in and day out, trying everything you can think of to nip this thing in the bud and to do the things that other people do, it's almost like to let go of that and accept is just not possible. So I feel like as I'm starting to reflect on the old me, like what might have gotten me to the point where my body and my nervous system got that sick. Was it the chronic stress and anxiety of constantly trying to do a daily routine and do what other people do in the same way? And even though I know it doesn't matter if I do things according, like in my mind, like it doesn't matter if I get up at the same time every day and go to bed at the same time every day and do the same exact things every morning. What am I even talking about? So I might sound all over the place, because as I'm physically getting better, my ADHD symptoms are back. They never go away, but I get to a point where I can manage them all right. God, there's so much to catch you guys up on. I mean, I know that not a whole lot has changed because I've just been kind of out of commission for so long. So for health-wise, I don't have to deal with the nausea. If I go a few hours without eating, it's okay. Before it wasn't. When I was really sick, And the thing is, it was kind of gradual. I didn't know like how much is menopause, because menopause affects you. It makes your ADHD worse. It can make you, your changes in hormones can make you sensitive to your blood sugar. So, I was getting very sensitive to blood sugar drops. So, part of what was helping me is if I eat every 3 or 4 hours, and keep my blood sugar stable. If you do that over a period of time, I don't know how this works, but it retrains your nervous system to feel safe. I don't know how. Maybe it's just the fact that I've been resting so much, and maybe I just needed a break from trying to have like a normal kind of life. I don't know. Maybe I just needed to let all those anxieties and expectations on myself go in order. 6 months. And there's a lot of shame and embarrassment about that. I don't know why, if I work one day in retail now, I'm in bed for 3 days. I'm still sad. I feel like even my job wasn't my choice. There's shame to it because my body took the choice away from me, and I wasn't even well enough to go down there and say bye. And now I'm starting to get better. It's embarrassing. I didn't get to talk to my boss. I'd text him periodically to let him know what was happening and that I couldn't come back. But when you work for the same company for like 16 years, that's not how you want to leave. So I guess I'm in what they would call a liminal space. Liminal meaning in between. So sometimes I will put meaning to things to kind of help me to stay positive. So when you go through challenging things in life, it's really easy to want to give up. And if you have diagnosed depression anyway, it's really hard for that not to come back up. I do have to say, all things considered, it's really surprising to me that I haven't, the exhaustion that I've had. I've done enough work the last couple of years that I've learned how to differentiate when exhaustion is from being in a depression episode, because I have diagnosed major depression. It's being treated, I see a counselor every week and I take medicine for it, and it's being managed really well. In the past, there were times it wasn't, even though I was doing those things. And one thing that I'm really grateful for is it felt like I've been in a depression episode, but I can tell now the difference. Now, if you have ADHD or autism, it's very, very common to also have a comorbidity of an anxiety disorder of some sort, OCD, or depression of some sort. It makes sense. Even if you don't have the genetic predisposition, it makes sense because those challenges are depressing. And they're invisible, right? Especially if you're very high masking. We don't say high or low functioning anymore, but the world would call you high functioning. They would just look at you and go, "What are you talking about? You're fine. You don't have ADHD. You're not neurodivergent." People will resent it, and meanwhile, you can't function. Something is definitely wrong. It's not in your head. You're working with a counselor, and you've got expertise from people who are trained clinical mental health professionals psychiatrists, psychologists, licensed clinical social workers who can diagnose you and are objective and clinical and can tell that, yes, this is what you're dealing with. The imposter syndrome is real, man. It's real. Out of all the things that I struggle with, I think the invisibleness of it might be the hardest. And I guess it's really hard to become aware and try to deconstruct decades-long ingrained expectations you have of yourself. Like what you want your life to be. There's like a grieving period, right? Because now you're like, okay, shoot, I can't work a regular job. What can I do? I don't know. So I'm kind of coming out of the fog a little bit, and I'm a little overwhelmed. I have all these doctor's appointments that in the spring, when I did see my new primary care, she put in referrals for it, and I was slowly going to them one at a time. And then when I had to stop everything to study, to take classes, to renew my license, I think that kind of burned me out a little bit. I don't remember if it was a few weeks or a month. That was a lot. And then I kind of went backwards, and yeah, and having ADHD and the executive functioning issues that I have, I'm a mess. Like, usually one of the things that we'll talk about is having an executive, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the word scaffolding. Having an outside brain or command center. So basically for me, that would be a wall calendar to put, if I was in school, would have the schedule of my classes, my doctor's appointments, work, whatever, to kind of keep track of everything, because otherwise you'll forget what day it is, what time it is, and, you need that structure, a visual reminder. So I don't think I can start doing a planner again, because that's just like too much. It's too much work. I can't deal with that. I might use that to start doing some kind of routine again, to start tracking. I am forgetting to eat again. I've been using Gemini to track my meals so that I'm eating every few hours, and then it's been like about a week I've stopped wanting to use it, and I'm like, I remember how to eat. I don't need to do this anymore. And the last few days I've noticed that there'd be like 6 or 8 hours that would go by, and I'd get sucked into video games or whatever, because I haven't been able to be physically active for so long. And that's what's kind of depressing about when you are in a stage of having a chronic illness where you're stuck in bed for months. What do you do with your time? You can't really be productive. You can't think straight. Even using trying to be productive with thinking can use energy up and stress you out, and then stress your illness out. So it's not fun. It's not fun. So the habits I'm in now are bad because I wasn't able to do anything. So yeah, I'm starting from scratch. I had a calendar up where I was starting to write down like my doctor's appointments and whatnot. And my cat realized that she could get up close to where it was. I'll show you next time I talk to you guys. And she could eat it. Out of sight, out of mind. So for me, for a calendar or a command center, and we can talk about this because this might be helpful for you if, because when I started doing this channel, the whole reason I wanted to do it was I wanted to kind of pass down some of the techniques and tricks that have helped me, that I've been doing since I was young. And I've been doing them just like kind of subconsciously, even before I was ever diagnosed. And then if anything happened where I moved or there was some big change and I stopped doing it, things kind of fell apart. So I didn't even logically know that the things that I was doing to try to get my shit together and keep myself functional are very good coping skills, very good supports for if you have ADHD. And I do want to get back to sharing some of this stuff with you. I'm really not sure what this next phase of my life will be. I don't even know what my goals should be now. I know that I don't want to just start going crazy cleaning up my house. And I want to so bad. It's gotten so bad because I was sick for so long. There's like piles. Like my closet's not functional. I have piles where there's laundry where I haven't had energy to fold it. And they've become part of the environment. It's embarrassing, but it's part of what we have. And I know that I'm not the only one who has these kinds of struggles. So I can't keep, washing my clothes, and like I can fold them now, but my closet's not functional. It's such a disaster. There's like no place to put them. Oh, I have to get back on starting to take care of some of these doctor's appointments again. I have a lot that I haven't done in years and years. I found out that this is so super common. When was the last time you've been to the dentist? Going to the dentist can be such a sensory nightmare for many of us, and there can be fear, and we can avoid it. And because my early adulthood, there was no Mass Health, there was no, Obamacare. Now they call it something else, that I forget, Universal Health or whatever. That didn't exist. So you got your health care through your insurance through work, and that's if you're lucky enough to not have struggles and be able to keep a job. So that is kind of spotty if you're able to keep insurance, and the insurance didn't necessarily have dental care. So there are large blocks of time that I wasn't able to go to the dentist. So I did make myself go years ago when I lived out of state, and I was in a different chapter of my life. But I haven't been since 2008, and part of it is because I went a decade at least, without dental insurance, and I had to pay out of pocket. So at that point I had to put it on credit cards, and then I ended up moving back home. I had a lot of massive upheavals in my life, and even when I did have insurance, because it was just part of my reality of not going to the dentist, it was just not something, it's like a habit, and I haven't gone in a long time. I'm really good about brushing my teeth. I mean, they're stained from pretty good for 51. I think I have one cavity. I'm very fortunate that I've inherited my dad's side of the family teeth, that we don't really get a lot of cavities. I don't think I had my first cavity until I was in my 40s, maybe 30s or 40s. And so yeah, I think I have one now, and I have to go. I haven't been to a lot of doctors for like a decade. And I'm in menopause now, so I have to. And especially now since I've been sick and trying to figure all of this out. Some of you who have been on my channel for a while know that last September I fell and I injured my shoulder and my arm, and I still haven't been to see a doctor for that. I have to go do that. I was seeing an immunologist, and I haven't finished with that. I was supposed to go the next week, and this was like in June, so now it's been a few months. I was supposed to go and get a chest x-ray. I don't remember why he wanted me to do that. I think he was looking for inflammation. I don't know why he wanted to do a chest x-ray, but I will do whatever tests they want me to do if that helps rule things out that I may not be aware of. And I had to find the contact information for my primary care because they weren't able to transfer over my blood work, and he needed to see that, and it's just like a pain. This is executive functioning nightmare. And then another thing that recently happened is my fiance decided to switch our cell phone service from Verizon to T-Mobile to save us money. And I wasn't really worried about all of these doctor's appointments because they had each tried to contact me. So even if it was like weeks or months later, I had those voicemail messages from them. I don't pick up the phone when people call me, and they will leave a voicemail. And that's on purpose because I will forget. And sometimes I just can't talk. So when we switched to T-Mobile, I lost that. So I feel like a ship lost at sea. My ADHD symptoms are bad. I haven't been managing it because I've been sick for like 6 months. I'm starting to get better. I need to get a calendar up on the wall. It has to be a place that I can see it, because out of sight, out of mind. I had my command center in the other room, but you can't, I wasn't using it, and I found the perfect spot. I'll show you tomorrow. That my cat can jump up on this ledge that's right next to it, and she could reach over and grab the calendar. And yeah, I could take the pieces of paper off and tape them to my wall, but it's like I need to have the calendar, keep it in calendar form, because if there's important information that happened during the year that I need to know the dates of, I need to keep that record. Yeah, so, and I also have to repurpose a wall calendar to do it, because I went to the store to get one for this year. And of course, since it's the summertime, they don't have wall calendars in the middle of the year. I guess they only sell them at Christmas time, because that's when people buy them. What if I needed a calendar that I wanted to start getting organized and it happens to be summertime? Nope. You know, the only calendars they had at the store were for 2027. I'm like, well, that's not going to help me. So I found one that I have that I started using, and I got extra rolls of whiteout tape that I got at the dollar store. It's another chore for me to do. Anyway, I am getting better. And I'm a little overwhelmed. And I need to get from where I'm at to being some kind of functional. And I'm overwhelmed. I want to start doing some kind of exercise, but not exercise. Yesterday, I walked around, did a couple of little laps around the house, and I carried like a string to have the cat, me exercise and have the kitty have exercise, because she sleeps all day now. I don't know where she is. We got the cutest. Oh my god. My fiance bought this cat thing that goes in the window. I can't wait to show you. And I miss you guys. There's so much I want to talk about. I started talking to you guys, and I haven't responded to some of you yet, and I'm so sorry. I wasn't feeling good this week. So, Adrienne, hi, and thank you for commenting. And same thing to Alan. I haven't commented back, but about the skin issue one. But I want to thank you for your feedback. I was thinking, because I've been dealing with a skin issue, and that's because my nervous system and my body has been stressed out from having an illness. And when you're stressed out, sometimes your skin can get stressed out. So I was starting to research how prevalent skin issues are for neurodivergent folks. And I found out some very interesting things. So I did definitely want to do a video about that. I don't know how often I can be here, but I want to start being here more. And as I get better, I'd like to do some actual like organized scripted ones that are a little bit more professional, where I can kind of go through things instead of just talking off the cuff, because I kind of go all over the place. Yeah, and I definitely want to talk about the skin issue thing, because it's bothering me. And I'm just frustrated. Especially if you live in a really humid place in the summer. God. I hope you guys are doing well. If there's anything that is a topic that is important to you that you would like me to do research on or talk about, let me know. As I start to come out of this fog, I'd say I have to get my stuff together, but yeah, the expectation of being neurotypical is not going to happen. So what should be the expectation? What does functioning look like for me? And what does functioning look like for you? So when you have gotten out of habits and you're starting at square one, where do you start? So far, I have today and yesterday, I got up around 8. I had something to eat. I fed my cat and I did some dishes. And yesterday I showered, and I'm going to shower again. And I'm going to try to start having some kind of routine of a few things I can do in the morning. So even if I'm not able to be functional or do a lot during the day, some kind of routine. Because I'm going to tell you, the days are blending into each other. The days, the weeks, the months. And it's depressing. I'm glad I'm not in a depression. I'm just tired. And I know that I can't go and do a kayak ride like I wanted to do since I started this channel with you guys. My arm isn't up to it, and I don't have the physical stamina yet to do those kinds of physical activities. But I'd like to start either doing lives or talking with you guys again. And even if it's just to create a safe space for you to come and not feel alone, and to feel safe, you know, when I start doing lives talking about what your struggles are that week. Maybe we can get together once a week and be like a support group for each other. We can talk about what our struggles are, what our wins are, if we have goals. And I think that would be really helpful. Is that something that you guys would want to do? And I know that I can do lives at a time when are convenient for me, but I was also curious. I know that multiple people who follow me are in England, and Alan is sometimes in America, and he's sometimes in Spain, and sometimes in England, so he's all over the place. But besides the time zone, and ultimately, yeah, I will pick a time that works for me, but I'm just curious, do most people come onto YouTube at night, in the morning, during the day, or is it like all over the place? Like it depends on the person, because everyone's life is so different of what works for them. Because I might factor that in when trying to decide a day or time that works for me. Because I would like to make it at a time where more of you are available, because I think that would be the most helpful thing. And I think it would be encouraging for me as well to see what's been helping for you guys in what your goals have been. Ego Shredder, if you see this, I'm curious how you've been doing a routine. I think, is it you, Ego Shredder, that's been doing a routine for bedtime and wake time? And I know you got off of that routine. And I was just curious if you got back to that and how that's working for you. And, but yeah, to summarize everything, my health is better. I'm not like 100%, but I want to start taking the steps to get to be where I need to be. And I want to figure out what it means to be thriving. I feel like if your whole life is a struggle and you don't even know why, and it's like a series of whys because it has to do with executive functioning and all of these different challenges we have, but the fallout, the lost jobs, the periods of your life where you're going to school for certain goals, and then the struggles can sabotage that, or outside things in life can sabotage it, and then you have to stop, and then maybe later on going back to school is not an option for you. So I feel like life is a graveyard of all of these failed attempts towards goals, and then I feel like you get to see regular neurotypical people do things in order. Like, you go to school, they do well, and I am very smart, and I have been able to do that, and then maybe at that particular time there wasn't anything available in that job. And some of these things can happen to neurotypical people as well, because that's life. But it just feels like a lot more neurotypical people, that their life seems to be like, people don't have these issues. And you can go to like family gatherings or other things, and it's like normal for them. Like, they don't even understand how things are challenging. They have the opportunity. They might have life setbacks and stuff, but that's not the norm, right? They can go to school, go towards something, and unless it's something that's not right for you and you change the trajectory and try something else, like, that happens to anybody. But eventually you get it. And I just feel like I've had so many stops and starts throughout my life that I'm just kind of done. So I'm tired of everything. And a lot of times it doesn't even have to do with me. It's just outside circumstances. Like, suddenly the people I live with have to move and sell the house. And now suddenly I had to stop school or whatever. Separations in the past. Losing jobs because I had to move. I can't do it anymore. So, yeah, what does a functional life look like for a neurodivergent person? What is a realistic thing for me? And what is that, instead of thinking of the 9 to 5, what is an alternative? How do you carve a life for yourself that fits with your strengths instead of against your weaknesses? I'm done. I don't want my whole life to be focused on me being like 5 minutes late every day. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. Because, you're struggling enough as it is. If your whole life you're just focusing on the thing you're not good at, that's a waste. That's such a waste of energy, and we have such limited energy as it is, that I want to see what works instead of like trying to force what doesn't work to work, because that's not going to work. I'm 51. I need to figure out something that's going to work for me. And although the idea of that existing is exciting, it also is daunting, and I have no idea what that would be. No clue. I would love to find people who have found a way to support themselves as a neurodivergent person, like a job or a business or something. And it doesn't have to be super successful just to make money, just to be able to live. Right now with my illness, I don't know if I can work. So I'm going to have to apply for benefits. And it's depressing. And with my executive functioning issues, oh my God, the things that I dread, paperwork, bureaucracy, records, I don't even know how to start. Plus I have to do all of these doctor's appointments first. So prioritizing it and actually doing the things I need to get each of these things done. I know I can't be alone. I know you guys probably have the same struggles, but I don't want to give up. And I'm going to try something different this time. I don't know what. But yeah, so I'm sorry if I'm all over the place today. I love you guys. I hope you're doing well. And take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. You only have one you. And even if we're not how the world or our family or our jobs want us to be, we couldn't be different if we wanted to. Yeah, it's tough. I love you guys. And hopefully I will see you soon. I have a lot of videos on my phone, some that I've never posted. I don't know at this point, because it's been months, if I should post them or just delete them. My phone is like full of these videos. I don't know if I should just delete all of them. I don't know if they would be helpful to post them. I don't even know if I can watch them. Yeah, so I'm starting from scratch. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.